Welcome, fellow folders, to the 4th episode of Origami Book Review, and we have a different type of book from the previous ones I covered, and this book is all about the subject of tessellations, and it is Origami Tessellations, awe-inspiring geometric designs by Gjerde. Now this is probably one of the oldest books I've had. I've had this for quite a few years, easily 5 years, because I did a lot of tessellations when I first started and before I transitioned into obviously the other types of origami. Now we have this amazing book. We'll show the start, the front. So we've got this nice little pattern. And of course, I don't think this is an origami one, but the bottom half is, so it's like half and half, which is really neat. And that's obviously one of his designs right here. And on the back, we have, getting some more information, we have the Joel Cooper's mask. Before I started this video, I had to make sure that, I was pretty sure that Eric was the one that did all the masks, but it's not, it's Joel Cooper. So I didn't want to say that Eric Gjerde does all these incredible masks and then get them mixed up. But I'm pretty sure he does. He has done some masks, so I'm not quite sure. So anyway, that is that. It's a really nice, flexible book. Compared to the last ones, they were hard covered. Now I was supposed to look up the name of this type of material, but I'm pretty sure it's like your normal sort of paperback that has been, would you say that's laminated or like a plastic coating? I'm not entirely sure. I should have looked up that actual name of different types of book covers to see if it covered this, but I'm pretty sure I would, but I don't know the actual name, but I will do that after I finish recording. But we have a nice flexible back or spine bone to the book. It near enough stays open, but that may be because I've had it for quite a few years. I've used it a lot, but there doesn't seem to be any marks on the spine, because mostly when, like, if you're a big reader like I used to be, you'd have lots of spines or lots of creases, and then it would open up, it would stay flat or flatter. It wouldn't just fold over like that, so you do that and I wouldn't do that like the previous books. So that's quite a big plus. For this one, you don't necessarily need a book stand, like have something here that will attach it and hold it up, which is a good investment. I do not have one, which I do plan to get. So really nice, that's a good start. Now I want to show all the pages because I want you to buy the book, support Eric. It doesn't cost much, but again we have the contents. We have his nice little design, and what's cool is he's got it all broken down. So for instance, pre-creasing, how to make a square grid, how to make a triangle grid, and then he's got some examples of the pleat intersections. 120 degree pleat intersection, 90 degree pleat intersection, rabbit ear triangle sink, and then some examples on the twists. So we have triangle twist, square twist, hexagon, rhombus, and open back triangle twist. Oh, there's a few more up here. Open back square twist, open back hexagon twist. Now when you know how to do these types of twists, you can basically make your own, because they're endless. And that's probably the beauty of origami tessellations, is the possibility is endless in designing these tessellations. Like when you think about it, an insect, you can only take X amount of legs from certain parts of the paper, the wings, etc. But with tessellations, you can make anything. You make the triangle grid and then you plan it all out. I don't think there's, I think there's unlimited possibilities, whereas certain models only have restrictions. But it's the most versatile type of model to design, I would think. But we have, what's cool is he's got 3 sections. Books don't normally do this. We have, of course, beginners, intermediates and advanced. Now if you're starting out in tessellations, if you've never done them before, it's good to practice these types of pleats and the twists. So maybe get a bunch of bits of test paper, practice them. I'll show them in a second because he shows you how to do each one. But it's good to practice how to do these because in each of the different projects, beginners may only use like one or two from here, maybe one here, maybe just one each. Intermediates may use two here, two here. Advanced may use three here, three here. So they'll be more used from here the harder you go. So it's good to understand how they work so you can figure out how to actually go about collapsing them when you progress into the harder ones. So the next page is getting some information. I'm not going to show you all that because you should read it when you buy the book. And then it tells you some information about the different types of paper that you can use for tessellations, and of course how to make a square grid and then a triangle grid. So it's good to memorise how to do those because triangle grids is what you need to make for the majority of tessellations. Like 99% of tessellations will use a triangle grid. So if you can memorise how to make it, then you're good to go. You're already one step ahead. Now we are at the pleat intersections. He is telling us how to do some examples. Again, I'll flick through these. 120 degree pleat intersection, 90 degrees. And then you have a 60 degrees. And then rabbit ear triangle sink. And it's really neat that he's showing you how to do each example. You can then practice it a few times and then that'll be easier to fold these during the actual models. Rhombus twist, open back triangle twist, hexagon twist. Now this is where we start, so I'll flick through a few. I'll jump like 6 pages. And we're here at the pinwheel. Now what's cool is he has a picture of what it looks like, as all diagrams do. They should always show a picture of what the model should look like. I don't think I can think of a model from the top of my head other than crease patterns, but they don't count for this matter, that doesn't show the finished model. Like I wouldn't just say start pre-creasing doing this when you have no idea what it is it should look like in the end. But what's cool is, if we go back maybe a page more, yeah, so I'll start off with the pinwheel actually. Let's turn over the page. So the first cool thing he does is he provides the crease pattern. Now once you make the grid, this is the creases that you make. And of course you can extend it further and further to make a bigger one. Now he has instructions. The good thing is he has pictures as well of him actually making this model. Again, he has some instructions here on how to start it. Like it says, make a hexagon twist in the centre of a pre-creased triangle grid with at least 32 divisions. So if you weren't sure how to make a hexagon twist, scroll back. Let's see if I can find it. There's a hexagon twist. Fly past it. Nope. And here we go, hexagon twist. So you'd read this, practice this, and then you would go back and then make the hexagon twist. So that's a really neat thing to do. Again, he's got all the instructions, 2, 3, 4, 5 different stages. A picture for number 2, so number 2 replicates picture number 2, number 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Does 6 has one? Yeah, 6. No, it's maybe not 6, but let me see what 6 is. Repeat the steps. Yeah, so basically repeat everything you've just done. And then at the end, before the next model, he has a picture of the front. So that's what it should look like. And he also has a picture on the back. So he's showing you both sides of the model to help try to understand exactly what's happening and what it should look like And let's just flip. Did I write on this? Oh yeah, I did. So I wonder why I wrote. Again, we have the picture of the actual model that you would be making if you were to do it. Again, we have the steps and instructions. Again, detailed pictures which help to break down the steps that you would use to make it out. And also, I've just realised at the bottom of the model it has techniques, and then these techniques will be used in the model. So for instance, star twist number 13, the techniques are triangle grid, 120-degree pleat intersection, hexagon twist, and 60-degree pleat intersection. So you would need to know how to do those before you can do these. And again, full crease pattern, pictures of how to make it. So it's really neat touch, having highly detailed pictures and in English as well. I think it was the daisy chains that I was quite scared to try and do. Yeah, it was definitely this one. I mean, it's still one that looks super unique. I might actually do this one. Get back to doing it, why not? After all these years of not fully touching or doing tessellations, this is the one that always caught my eye, but I was always scared to try it because I wasn't sure if I could do it. And do we have anything else? And then the final one. And then there's some pictures of models, and here I won't show you them because then you can see them when you buy the book. And that is basically it. Again, index at the back in case you want to find anything really quick. It's all here, all the information. And that is basically the book. I'll show some examples. Let me find one. I've got 3 here. I used to have 5. I gave one away to a fellow folder I met a few years ago in Glasgow. She has that in her studio. And the other one I gave away in the recent giveaway. So I'm trying to find the name of the one I was... Wait, let me just check here. What's it called again? Can't remember. No, it wasn't that one. I've got that one. Let's flick through the pages to see if I can find the one I'm talking about. Anyway, I'll show this one first. Stacked triangles. Let's get that out of the screen, and we have this. So this is a really neat model. I can't remember what paper I used. I think it was Tant. It feels like it. Again, really soft, delicate paper. And this side as well. I've always loved these like geometric shapes. Super unique. So that's the first one. Let me try and find the next. It's open backed hexagon twist. Oh yeah, that one's upstairs as well, but I can't be bothered going up to get it. Got this one, the water bomb, which is a super unique one. You've probably already seen this before. Our battery is flashing to be low, and we have this. Quickly show these and then to end the video. So again, super unique. And the final one before my camera dies on me is, I believe it's the open back hexagon twist. Yeah, I don't think I've ever shown this model before. I can't remember the paper. I think it may be elephant hide, though I'm not entirely sure if it is. But again, super unique. This is my favourite side. I don't know why, I just absolutely love it. I'm going to try and get some nice pictures of this. Oops. There. But yeah, one of my favourites. This one right here. And there's of course many more designs in this book. So make sure you buy it, support Eric, and have fun with all these tessellations that I cut out.